So now that I've tested that shape and it looks like it's generally a shape for my phone, I think the next step is to add the little fingers that are going to come off and wrap around the phone. So our first step is we're going to right click or double click on this guy and right click on him and edit in context. And I'm going to start by tipping this slightly down. I'm going to start on this left side. He seems like it's easier. It's going to be the same step on both sides though. So I'm going to start a sketch. I'm going to start a sketch on this plane right here. And then go back to looking at the front. And I'm going to use the use button. And I'm going to make big use of using the use and construction line to make sure that when I'm constructing stuff, these aren't real geometries to be extruded. They're just references. So along the back, we're going to fit nice and tight. We're going to leave clearance on the side and a little bit on the front. So I'm going to turn off construction mode, turn off use. I'm going to start by drawing the overall shape. So it's going to come, I'm going to follow this part of the phone perfectly, but it'll come past it. I'm then going to come up to here. And I'm going to come up about 3/4 of the way up this way and draw flat. I'm going to draw flat there. And I'm trying to be perpendicular. And then I want this to touch that spot. And then I'm going to escape the line. And things I know right away. I know that I really want this to be parallel. So let's grab the parallel tool and say this is parallel to this. And then let's see what that dimension is. It's probably a little thicker. That's fine. This is the part's under stress. So 0.071, not terribly thick. And I think I'm going to go with constant thickness. So I'm going to take that and do 0.071. And again, 0.071, just so it's a constant thickness throughout. I'm also going to set tolerance here. So if I don't leave this tolerance, I'm going to have problems with it not fitting because it's too tight. So I'm going to put 0.05. Probably fine. Let's go 0.025. Okay, and I'm going to dimension from this point to this line. Don't know why the hotkeys aren't working. I'm going to do 0.025. Dimension from here to here is 0.025. Everything's black, so that's good. Finish sketch and extrude. And I'm going to extrude from there to face and select this back face. That way, if I decide to thicken this up later, this will automatically grow properly. So that looks like a reasonable claw. Let's do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to start a sketch over here. Look back at my front. I'm going to project with construction, this line, this line, this line. I'm above the button, so I can ignore that right now. I'm going to grab my line tool. I'm going to come along. Oh, I'm in the wrong type of line, so I'm going to take and escape the line. Grab line tool, make sure I'm out of construction line. So this is a real line. It goes this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and comes back to that corner. And this is parallel to this. And this dimension here is 0.071. Oop, we need this to be, this should be parallel with this. From here to here should be 0.071. From here to here should be 0.025. From here to here is 0.025. Something's weird. Am I not looking straight on it? That looks good. Ah, that dimension is not the right spot. So I'm going to hit get out of this tool, delete, dimension again. None of the hotkeys are working. Very frustrating. 0.025. That looks better. And then we can cheat by using a horizontal that this line here is horizontal to this line here. Oh, get the use. Okay, and then we're going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude this profile to face here. Check. And for the last one, it's going to be the easiest of all. So we're going to tip the thing so I can start my sketch on this surface here. I'm going to look at the back. And I'm going to simply use project, but this time normal project, and I'm going to project this shape. I'm going to project this line, this line, this line, this line, this line, oh, that line, and that line. I should now be able to just take and extrude. Oh, cancel. I need to also project the, so jump back into that sketch, and I'm going to project that line and that line. Now I should be able to extrude. Ah, I've missed a line right there. So I need to jump back into sketch 4 and hit project. I grabbed just the midpoint, not the whole line. There we go. Except it's going to go to face. Check. And now I can return back to my assembly. So go to assembly. And now I have the case piece designed. So let's export this guy for printing. So I'm going to click on him and right click export. He's not named properly. So let's rename some stuff. Cancel. So this is going to be named pen clip and rename pen clip. Now I can right click export pen clip, which is fine. That's it. Yep. Hit OK. I'll press the slicer while that's exporting. And let's see how this guy looks. Put it on the build platform. Now, obviously, I want to print him on the other surface. Later, it's going to be more complicated print, but right now, let's print him that way. And 23 minutes, draft quality is fine. And I think I have some PETG loaded, so I'm going to switch the material to PETG just because that's what plastic. And then I'm going to take, and I really want to look through and see how these walls look. So, looks okay. Maybe a little stronger. So the best way to increase strength is go to print settings and up the perimeters, like 4 perimeters. If I do that, now that is solid plastic. It says about half-hour print. I want to print this and take a look at it. The other thing I might want to look at later is looking at infill patterns. Right now, I think I'm just going to print that it is. So I'm going to export G code and I'll run that. In the next video, I'll take a look and see how that fits.